Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Esea Mountain Dew League. We've got another game on our hands. It's still Spirit. We're feeling very spirited today. They are going to be taking on Gamerlegion, and we were just before the camera went live speculating about this map pick. It's a little bit of a
Hmm.
strange one. Gamerlegion and Team Spirit squaring off on Overpass. But as you were just talking about, Mac, this is tends to heavily favor one of these teams.
Yeah, and that team is Gamerlegion, who've recently beat Vanguard, as well as some other big names as well. And you have a look at Team Spirit's performance. They've only got a 10% win rate over the last couple of months, and they've lost to a couple of teams which Gamerlegion has beaten as well. So, interesting decision to let this map slide through the cracks. Um, Not too sure how it's going to go. Maybe they've got something up their sleeves, as you did say, but I guess we'll find out. Time will tell whether it's a horrible mistake or a marvelous choice. Now, into the pistol we go. Very important for both teams to take here. Team Spirit on that T side could get off to a good start, and that's just what they need as well, coming in as the underdogs, you'd assume, in this. But what a shot. I just balanced to start off the festivities.
Rusty with the full pistol round save. A strat that I personally hate. Not a fan of it. But it's going to be interesting. They go for the aggressive push towards the sewers. They've now got control in that direction. There are three players stacked up over here just hanging out outside a monster. And this may be the information that actually comes back to bite them because the aggressive push in, they don't really know that there's so many bodies here. And now they've shown presence. You see Rusty's rotating off. Well, he's figured it out. Nobody else came through. But that is almost certainly going to guarantee a bomb plan here as nobody's in position to punish from the CT side. And now you've got even number situation in the post plant with no real retake utility and a player without armor.
Whoa. Close attempt at that headshot as well. Magic's trying to close the distance, looking to hide behind the board here. Pixel angle over towards short. Hampus just waiting, but the flank is going to be coming out. He seems to be aware of this rotation as well, but manages to deal with that one. Magic's finding himself a headshot. Push coming in though. Hampus now on a 1v3. There's no kit on him either. And he's going to get destroyed by the Glock of Magic's. Big round coming out from Team Spirit. Strong start on the T side. We'll see if they can put a few more together. Gamerlegion currently haven't gone for the force, but it is going to come.
Interesting. The one MP9 for the Eagles behind it. That's what Rusty was saving for, apparently, was the MP9 and utility. They don't have a single kit, so it's going to get very tough indeed into the post plant. And you've also got three players without head armor, which the MAC-10 is just going to chew through very quickly. It's going to be some aggressive control towards the playground and no aggression out from Gamerlegion, at least early on in this round. We're not seeing the double push in towards sewer. We're not seeing any real map control. They're not even forward in the bathrooms. So they're very limited on their buy, and they're going to be very limited on their map control as well.
Clearing long bathrooms. Full control here. We'll see where Team Spirit end up going. Moment. Ooh, jump heat comes out. I just balance just not quite sharp enough to hit that one this time. Smoked over towards Monster, I think. They're going all the way over towards the A site, just running straight into these Deagles, which are causing a lot of damage, but not quite finishing off the kills just yet. Magix as well finds another onto Hampus. No real utility remaining on Team Spirit, just another single smoke, but Rusty and Pleasant not in the position to damage Team Spirit anymore. Yeah, just going to go for the save, see if they can utilize the weaponry heading into the third. Carry that armor across. Hope for the best, but Team Spirit could not have asked for more here in the second.
This is always interesting to me, right? Normally, as a caster, I feel like I'm the one screaming for teams to save and they're refusing to. But in this situation, right, you force bot in. You've got an MP9 and a Deagle, two sets of armor, a little bit of utility, and you're going to save it through the fight in the next round. There are three players who are so low. Now, they don't know that. Plus, and it's just found a kill. And actually, it's just a MAC-10. I was going to say if that was a rifle, that would have been a massive asset. But you have the chance to do the economic damage, and you're just not able to convert it here. So now you're going to be even further weakened into the next round unless they fall into the pit of constant force buying and buy back into it. I don't know in this situation that this is necessarily worth saving through. I think honestly, even just getting those kills with the MP9, if you had been able to find the 2 low players, even if you then lose your life, is almost more of an asset. But they might make me eat my words here, Mac, because they are going to have these 2 guns, the little bit of utility as well, and the armor into the next round, and we'll see if they can do much of anything with it. The Mac 10 wasn't retrieved, and was too nervous about losing what he had.
Understandably so, but that would have been nice if you could have dropped the primary or the deagle over to someone else. Like, North there, the 800 could have gone for the body armor, but it is just going to be Mir with the Mac 10 just cracking open that B site, making it look effortless. Big flash as well, catching off both of those CTs. Now the bomb goes down for free. You've got Rusty still pushing forward, waiting, looking for an angle. Had an opportunity, but it is going to be missed this time. Pleasant, he still has that deagle alive, still has that armor, which he is just happy to carry forward. And there's an opportunity the Mac 10 could be retrieved, but it looks like that will not be the case unless Nork wants to go for it. Looks like he could. His mitts on that one. No, not going to bother.
I mean, honestly, I don't think they want a Mac 10 in the next round at this point. You're going to have one full gun round. You've got to have it. He's going to go for it. But there's no one left on safe for him to pepper down with it. So it'll be an interesting question about whether they save this one SMG through.
Could be enough, and that would allow for an AWP to be passed over to someone. If he goes for that Kevlar, no helmet. What's the call? No. They've thrown it away, thrown it in the dumpster. Nothing being carried over. It's Team Spirit now. Looking to put a 4th on the board. Gamerlegion, it is their first opportunity with the rifles to try to say something to Team Spirit.
Oh, there you go.
Well, that's free.
Yeah, just go through the smoke. Serve yourself up on a platter. There's not even a player peeking from playground at the same time. Now the playground peak, or not the playground, the party peak will come through completely independent of the player going through smoke. If they had timed those together, maybe they get an opportunity for a trade. But as it is, they just throw their bodies away one by one. So tough scene for Team Spirit now. They definitely do have the bank built up to throw away this round if they need to. You'd like to at least do some damage. And Dennis says no. Couple quick kills as they drop down the ladder again with too much spacing between them to actually be able to trade. And this is just a situation of Spirit making these peaks one by one individually, and really Dennis and Hawk just punishing them for it. So that's a heck of a way to get on the board for Gamerlegion. And as much as it was good setup and good play from the Swedish side, I'd honestly say this more just comes down to Spirit really going in with no plan and fumbling this away.
It's definitely exactly what it looked like as well. A couple of the tees were quite close, ready to go for those trades over towards the bathrooms, but just the positioning of a couple of those smokes as well, denying any vision, any opportunities. Now it looks like Mir may just be going over towards the B side. He is just going to contact towards Monster, but he's got no time, he's got no weight, and he's got a full utility, which you do want to save over into the next. Gamerlegion, 5 alive, couldn't ask for more. That is going to be such a healthy economy heading forward. And off the back of this one, they will crack that egg, get their first round up on the board, and see if they can close the distance.
Little bonus on that too, because that round was basically decided so soon by the 2 kills that were kind of gifted to them over towards A. There was even basically half their utility that they came into that round still saved in. So there's so little of a reinvestment here. They're going to be set up nicely going forward. Here's the chance for Spirit to answer. They had the money in reserve. They've even still got a little bit of cash left rattling around, you know, and then those couch cushions they might be able to mess around with if this doesn't go their way. But I don't think they're going to get quite as aggressive as they did in that last round or make the hasty individual plays. We should see them reel it back in here. But I like this position from Dennis. Could have the fast flank here. Nobody's in connected to challenge him. Just going to be a question of timing.
Depends on where he wants to go as well. He's opted to stay safe there in short A instead. Deep smoke coming out from the short side of the pit. And now, Gamerlegion, they're going to be all eyes on Monster. And this is where the bomb's going to be coming through as well. Magix wants to try to work the angle. Rusty, He's waiting for a swing. You've got Hampers at Heaven wanting to use that utility, throw it down. He's got that Molotov, which might just be enough, but can he get it out in time? Magic's very close, very ready to make that maneuver. Up short they go. Pleasant has something to say. Dennis as well. The rotation's perfect. Taking two and the bomb there. Just rerouted the short, although Amir will just beat that Molotov. Catches Dennis sleeping. Manages to get his hands on the bomb as well. 30 seconds is going to be able to rotate up to A, but the rotation's so short for these CTs as well. And they're going to split up. They're going to go 1-1. So this leaves a high potential for the clutch for Mir, but now they've heard it. The AWP as well is not going to miss his shot. Nork too sharp there. Denies the cross to sight. And another round on the board for Team Spirit. So it's going to be 2-0 for Gamerlegion.
So here we go, and there's the ends of the utility, or of the economy, rather. You can have a little bit of the deco action. You've got the armor behind it. You've got something, at least, but it's going to be very limited. They're already butting up against the CT utility. Being slow, they'll group up, trying to maybe find something for free, but Gamerlegion isn't going to make it easy for them. They've got very passive holds over towards A. They're not giving up any easy picks. Really, the only aggression they have is Rusty, who, to be fair, is kind of vulnerable here, but he'll be up to the task. Doesn't fall to either of those deagles, and despite the fact he's on 4 HP, now he can just kind of settle into the back lines and not take any more faces. And he's already set what little Team Spirit had to work with in this round. Blaze here. Now they have nobody with armor left, and they're just going to cross the op twice and die twice. That is swiftly dealt with. Very nicely done for Gamerlegion. They've tied up the scoreline, and these rounds have just been so very healthy for them that they're now sitting pretty economically to just keep rolling.
Interesting decision to just completely draw across Indicon, not together, rather. Anyway, they would have had their reasoning, but find out more about that one later. Flash comes in over towards short as well. Team Spirit with full control there. 3-man setup from Gamerlegion over towards A, so this could be an opportunity for Team Spirit to go forward, but they haven't got any information. I just balance all the way up short himself. Will be on the line. He's aware of a rough positioning. Molly going out towards Toxic, but Pleasant has to try to hold this one and hold it. He'll try it. 2 HP remains on Sumtai Young as well. He'll go back to get that bomb rotation. Now looking like it is going to start to come out from Gamerlegion. You've got Rusty all the way down towards Heaven. Campus as well. Still some utility to drop, but it is going to be Dennis opening up the A site. Getting the flag onto Troperus and another onto Mir as well. So holding off these rotations, holding off the lurkers. Now Itis Balance has to try to go forward. Rusty, strong position there in Dirty Water. He is going to be taken down. Nade over to default, and it is just enough. Placed perfectly to finish off Magic's. What a pitch. Great curveball. And Sumtai Young is going to be left in a 1v2 with 2 HP. Surely not.
He might just get a bomb plant. He's going to. They've given it to him. He doesn't realize. He's got to clear this. He wants to clear this. But really, at this situation, this is just kind of, you got to take what you can get. 18 seconds on the clock. Get this bomb planted for sure. And that is a gift, to be quite frank. Gamerlegion did not have to give it to him. They want to make absolutely sure he's not going to get through. That is quick fingers on the smoke, but it will be the P250 to put him down. Nicely done there to at least try to plant out of what was a frankly disastrous round. And Dennis, can we just talk about Dennis to this point? He is now 9-4. That nade was filthy, perfectly placed. But in general, I mean, the push into connector, the timing that he's finding on these peaks and on these pushes, he is really a nuisance for Team Spirit to deal with.
Masterclass of holding on that CT side. At least Team Spirit got away with that bomb plant, and with that, they are just barely able to buy up again for everyone. A couple of Kriegs on the board looking to utilize that very powerful weapon to try to put another round on the board. It's minimal utility. We'll see where they choose to invest. The spray was almost there, and Pleasant gets away with his life. Still has so much utility to dump as well. That could have been huge. Dodges some more bullets as well. That's 4 in a row now for Gamerlegion. They're starting so strong. Rusty, he's not going to be ready for the monster swing. Bombs right behind him as well. Nork will throw that flash, allowing Hampus to at least attempt something. Got to gain an angle, but he's going to fall as well. Itis balance opening up, and the AWP is going to find another.
I think Dennis catches this flank out. No, he's made too many audio cues. Chopper has him. Dennis not at all aware of the fact that a player was back there. No, despite how much money they've got saved up, there's just really no sense throwing this AWP away. So Knock is going to fall back. Keep that economy strong. Keep it healthy. This round is lost. Recognize when you're out. That's exactly what he'll do. You see, Chopper wants to be on the hunt, but this is going to be a tricky hunt for sure. And honestly, I don't think Spirit should devote bodies to it. Yes, they'll take an AWP out of hands, but look at their economy. Every kill that goes against them is going to be a serious body blow. So, not likely going to survive this round unless Chopper gets very frisky indeed and starts sprinting here. There's going to be a tied score line, but if you're Spirit, you've got to follow this up. There's going to be a buy right back out from Gamerlegion, and you have to follow this up. Otherwise, you're going to wind up in an awkward spot where the economy is still in tatters and you're still very much on the back foot. I know the reset isn't really a thing anymore, but this is one of those rare situations where it kind of is. I miss the reset match.
Yeah, it's definitely on the way. The resets are so different now, but here's a way to potentially throw around as well. Gamerlegion, will it be ready? Mir opening up strong with the AK. Can't fight a second. It is going to be some guy young, finding some more damage himself. Goes in, tries to pull the spray back on another opportunity, but it is going to be Nork doing so much damage. Unfortunately for himself, he will be caught with his pants down over towards short. They're trying to take a bath, and that is going to be Team Spirit back in the game. 5 on the board, clutching that league back. Just barely.
Just barely.
That economy, though, look at that. Still taking a hit. They lost a lot of bodies that they threw towards that B site.
Almost the full deco here. Just going to be Rusty sitting without a blessing. Just burned all of his health. Down to 13 to get into this position aggressively, and nobody's even here to reward it. But they've completely overlooked his spot, so he will get a free kill there, so it works out. I'd say that's an even exchange. Burn 87 HP in exchange for a quick deagle kill and a numbers advantage now to potentially work with. The only player you lost was the USP to boot. So now the bomb will be planted, and this Molotov should burn out Pleasant. He actually does escape. An HE would have done the trick, but a Molly not quite quick enough. This is an awkward round. You give up any more damage, you're winding up in a situation where this round is just far too expensive for what you're getting out of it. Chopper trying to secure it, trying to just keep this clean as he can. I like the boost up here. We've got Dennis on top, just looking to see if someone moves to barrels. Knock, meanwhile, doing some damage here. This gets very awkward indeed. There's a player out towards Graffiti, but he's just got a MAC-10. That's honestly unfavorable against the Deagles, and there we see exactly why. Now it's all left to Magix, and well, he will get it through. Oh, if only a Kit Dennis would have had this, but he does not. That is going to be the round lost. But so much damage done, and a Krieg retrieve to boot. I think he gets away with this. He does not. Not far enough. Not fast enough.
Oh, look, they really couldn't have asked for more in that round. Other than the round, so much damage done to the economy. That is exactly how you want to start to set up those resets these days. Just denying any round loss bonus, any economy in the bank. And this is one of those tipping points. Team Spirit, they've won 2 in a row now, 3 in a row, something like that. And now they've lost the majority of that round loss bonus. They've got nothing left in the coffers. Only Magix, Mir really with an opportunity. They're going to go for a faster approach again. Team Spirit all the way up short. Whoa. Cracking opening. 3 CTs here ready to fight for their lives, though. Good placement on that molly to force off anyone from the headshot position. But the T's don't commit. They've got so much utility to re-execute. They're going to look for another pick.
They're going to get it. Oh, the boost. Player on high on this site doesn't realize they boosted next to him. That's a nice little bit of trickery out from Spirit, and Rusty just does not react in time, does not find it. So now Gamerlegion very much on the back foot. They've still got the op, which may just be enough to deliver some damage as the side hit comes through. But with still a minute to play with, Spirit can kind of just sit back and let Gamerlegion stew a little bit. Let that sweat start to form on their foreheads. And now Magix finds the timing, puts the doubt in their mind, and they just can't get anything. Magix, the leading players in this round, might just get the full ace to boot. It's all going to be left to Dennis to do much of anything here. I think all he's going to want to do is save.
In a very rough position as well, just hiding in con there. 1v5, no hope left in the round. And look, Hampus was in such a crucial position, could have at least found himself a trade, maybe another with the men coming out of Monster, but he was fully blinded. I think he got blinded twice as well. Looked straight into one towards Monster and then into the other one over towards the short push that did come in. Thought he might have been able to fight for Monster and get the jump, but fully blinded, rough position. Speaking of, Chopperus drops down behind Dennis, who had no idea that that one was coming for him. And we are going to see Team Spirit put 7 on the board here on the T side. So maybe, just maybe, they have had something up their sleeves that they know about Gamerlegion.
That's interesting. We were speculating about that map pick and just how strange it was, but evidently they knew something we didn't, because this is now 4 rounds in a row as well, and you're going to get... Ooh, I was going to say an eco out here, but it looks like we're going to the 4th spot. Hampus has picked up the scout. The pause was in here. Pause now expiring. Is that the only piece of investment here? Deagle's out. Is Hampus just going to limit himself going forward, considering the fact that he's struggling right now, sitting on 3 and 9? This is sort of an interesting decision. So they are going to devote a little bit of cash to this round, but not much. And we'll see if the scout is that magic missing piece. He's not going to get any early opportunities here. It looks like they want to pressure B again. If anything, pressure B fast as well. And he's likely going to be coming into a post plant with the scout with no armor, which is just a tough spot. So it's left to Pleasant, who will not find anything. Rusty will get 1, maybe 2 for his efforts. Here we go. Here are the deals activated. Dennis and Rusty doing the work that they need. And it's left to Chopper and SDY to try and bring this back in. They've got some control. Rusty will be forced into the fight. And there's the follow-up as well. So Chopper has dealt with the threats in a big way. Hampus from heaven, though, going to show why he bought up that scout and make it work. Now it's all left to SDY. SDY has to clutch this out because this would be such a brutal fumble of a round. We saw a few of these in Spirit's previous game. They have to not do it here. SDY playing around the pillar. Just trying to find space towards a bomb plant. 50 seconds. Gamerlegion know they don't have to peek on this. They know the impetus is on Spirit, and without armor, of course, they want to be a little bit timid. I think SDY is going to take this fight around towards Graffiti, and at the close-up angle, all it's going to take is not finding the quick headshot for this round to be all over. He will take it at arm's length, though. That's nicely done, but not still has the better of him. And there you go. You peek an angle against the Deeg. They're going to catch you sometimes, and that is perfect. So Gamerlegion, the pause, the 4-spot scout, it all works out for them. It's really nice, and that's off the back of a strong Deeg play, to be quite frank. So they're back in. They've got a shot of really making this now a favorable half at the very least.
There's a massive round there on the Deagles. Once again, Team Spirit on the edge of breaking. The money is right up in the bin there. This molly over towards ABC, and they know that Nork's gone back to the short side too. So Pleasant, a lot of weight on his back to try to hold here. Him and Rusty going to be trying to both hold from the canal over there. Flash towards short. Rusty jiggles with it. Gain some form of information, but again, look at this positioning from Dennis. If the rotation did come back from Team Spirit, they will have to rush and deal with him in such a rough position. 4 CTs invested towards the B side. Team Spirit, they haven't gone A for a while. I do like this boost, though, over towards Heaven.
Have they gone A at all?
They tried to on the pistol. No, they didn't. They faked A. So they've just gone B like literally every round.
A little wild. Wild. It's going to be B again, and this time the numbers are exchanged evenly. There's going to be the flank coming through from Dennis. He might catch the bomb as well. That's going to be Chopper found, and that's going to be the round done and dusted. Would have had the bomb even if they had gotten through. So that's kind of just an odd situation where Spirit almost forget that they're supposed to bring the bomb with them into the site take. And it is going to be another round for Gamerlegion. So apparently the Team Spirit playbook at this point has a million ways to take B and nothing for the other side of the map. So you know what? There was that one round where they went through the smoke and they gave 2 individual peeks to Dennis and the op and Knock. And then they tried to make a connector play and died. But I think other than that, they have not touched A at all.
Well, they've got a man there this time. Chopperus with the CZ trying to find something. Oh, I like that nade. Hampus as well, still up on the boost after throwing it. Some damage done to Dennis, but oh, he will fall to the Deagle. Someday Young at the ready. AK snatched as well as that smoke, so buffing up the utility slightly. I just balance. Is he going to be ready for this one? Well, Hampus takes full control of Along. Little does he know that there is another man waiting, lurking over towards the headshot there, jumping up towards sight. But now the bomber is going to make its rotation over me. He's the one with the armor, with the AK. This balance, oh, going to be taken down by the AWP. And now Mir left in a very, very rough situation. 1v4. A dream. And that's about it. That's all that's really going for him.
We did see some filthy rounds out from Mir on the last map. So maybe a chance, but it's a slim one. It is such a slim one. As he rounds the corner, Hampus should have him dead to rights. Without a doubt. If not, the op should have him. It will be Hampus to dispatch. No help needed whatsoever. Can even get the AK as a nice little party favor there. And we've come to the tied scoreline.
There you go, heading into the half. Very, very close in the end. And Team Spirit, they are going to have to force. So, 2 Galils, a MAC-10, 2 AKs. And look, only going for those Galils and the Mackie just to get the extra utility on the board. Great discipline, but will it be worth it? Team Spirit again going for such a fast play over towards that B side. SDY all the way through the smoke. Couple of flashes perfectly placed as well, just creating so much space. It is going to be the MAC-10 heading forward. Mir, can he get too much done? Covering over towards short there. This balance finds another. And that's going to be a disadvantage for the retake as well. Gamerlegion, so much utility as well. Not too much baited out. Magic's though, Molly off the side. He will find the isolated fight with Rusty. Nork as well goes down, and it's Dennis in a 1v4 who has to clutch it. But too many eyes on his direction. That is going to be the lead taken by Team Spirit as they head into the second half. Gamerlegion, what can they do to get back in the game? They lost a fair few in a row there.
Rough. They did. They did. I'd say it's a decent recovery, all things considered, because they did look... After going up to their 4 rounds, right, they just looked lost. I think they lost a chunk of 4 and just sort of swung back and forth a wee bit. So, decent recovery. And admittedly, again, looking at their round wins, they're pretty balanced between the two sides. Typically, you think of Overpass as being a fairly CT-sided map, especially if you have that strong off presence. But they win about 49% of their rounds on T side, typically. So it's a question of what Spirit have on that CT side, what they have as a structure, whether that's exploitable. I think if it is, Gamerlegion will likely find that exploit, and there's just no real cushion to work with here. So I don't know. It almost feels like we're just hitting the reset button. New knife for Hampus.
Oh, has he got the... Oh, he does too.
He does.
Lucky boy, lucky boy.
Gotta have that swagger, you know?
Yeah. I can't even remember what my knife is. It's one I got in 2014. It was the only knife I've ever unboxed. And then people told me to sell it and get something better. And I'm like, no, there's sentimental value here, all right?
My knife, I love my knife. It's factory new, default skin. It's beautiful. Can't top it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Collector's item.
You can't even trade that up. It's so valuable.
Account bound.
You know what that means, though? You're probably a cheater if you don't have a knife. That's the saying. If you've got no investment in your account, you know, you've got nothing to lose, right? So.
Yeah. That's pretty much how I live my life. No investment, nothing to lose.
There you go. Quality saying to live your life by. Well, I just balance. He's going to be opening up the pistol round as well. Good start for Team Spirit. And with the one pick, they're going to fall straight back. They know they've got the numbers. They know they can play for the retake. And they've got a bit more information there over towards short too.
Looks like a play towards A. We haven't seen one of those in so very long. I've forgotten what this site looks like, Mac. It's a distant thought. Hampus has been spotted, and it's tricky to play these angles when you've got the USP and they know where you're coming from, right? The headshot is just so powerful out from that CT side pistol. So they are going to creep up along the flower pots, and now they're coming in. Hampus has found the first. That's a massive opener with the P250. They gave it to him for a reason. He's making it work, but Sumdai Young just so much better. 3 quick kills, and now not all on his lonesome. It'll be Chopper to dispatch him. So Spirit looked like the pressure might be on there for a moment, but SDY is good in the pocket, just sits back, takes the kills that are given to him, and secures that pistol round for his squad.
That was nuts. A couple of absolutely beautiful shots coming out from SDY there. Dominant on the A site. So Team Spirit, maybe that's the reason they didn't head there earlier on. They thought that that would happen to them. So, well, Gamerlegion, however, 5 men all the way through short tunnel into a couple of MP9s as well as the USPs. It is a spam fest going both ways. Mert will be the only casualty for Team Spirit, but that was a very fast round indeed. Gamerlegion just wanting to get that one out of the way.
Oh, yeah. 3 of those kills coming through with the MP9. Nice $1,800 split between a couple of players. You get the extra rifle. They're even going to upgrade one of those MP9s that survived. And so you've got 2 rifles, still the 2 SMGs. It'll be interesting to see how they compensate for this deficit. Aggressive Molotov through to slow this early A play. And a smoke extinguishing it gives them a strong indication of where the T's are moving to. That's actually a great piece of information to have.
There's a missed opportunity for I Disbalance, though. Could have been one for free, but it's Hampus to find SDY with his back towards him there. P9 lays in wait towards bathrooms as well. So it will have an effect in the round so far. 1 for 1 currently, as we do see that bomb rotating all the way back down to B. After the presence was seen. Oh, Chopperus goes off the back of the flash there to get himself the free upgrade. Util going to be used over towards the B site. Flash out. Monster Magix needs to hold. Good timing on the Molotov, but he needs to hit a couple of shots as well. Finds that first onto Plesser. Needs to at least find another up through the molly. Rusty takes some damage, but he's not going to be hurt, and he will manage to get that trade as well. Mir only good for his singular, so we're back to the 2v2.
Plan 2v2. A single smoke to cover off this defuse. Well, cover off short at the very least. Chopper might be able to hop on it, but they should have the lineup. There's a gap in the smoke. Whoa. So tricky. The timing almost brutal there. They're letting so much time bleed off the clock. This gets awkward. Now they've gone over the smoke. Not has the better of them. That should be the round. I don't fancy Chopper's ability to get back on it. He's going to try, but it's just not happening. Rusty has him, and that's Gamerlegion securing it in their gun round. Not a lot of survivors on either side for it, but it is going to force, I think, a double eco out from Team Spirit, so they will buy into it. Gamerlegion, if they overcome this buy, now have a beautiful chance to tie up the scoreline and make this a close one.
Such good discipline shown there on short as well. You could see that they didn't freak out. They didn't try to rush as soon as that smoke went down. And they did manage to get better of the timing this time. However, strong start to the round for Gamerlegion. The triple man setup over towards Con. Will it work out? Rusty, he's his solo from north. Wants to pick with him. Oh, can't quite get that trade as well. So I Disbalance finds the head and brings it to a 3v3, but won't get away. Dennis on the denial. Great Great positioning there from Mir as well, as he does just utilize the rock to force Dennis swinging wide. Back to a 2v2. Doesn't want to try to go for those upgrades either. He's just going to go for the rotation all the way around. SDY. Back to B. Not going to hold. Has some utility for the retake also.
Ooh, he's going to force it. He's going to force the fight. Molly's going to be down. That might push Knockout, but Knock's going to get the plant down. The flames didn't spread as they were hoping. Oh, Knock out in the open, blinded, loses track of his position, and nearly fumbles the round as a result. They're going to have a chance to get through, and they don't realize Lesson's position, so that's a perfect crossfire. The smoke used beautifully to just kind of cover him off and give him an angle as they round the corner. I have no idea what's happening there, and that's just nicely done from the Gamerlegion. So this will be an eco that they can compete against. There's going to be, should be no investment. I just Bounce has picked up a Deagle at least, but there really should be nothing beyond this. Maybe a P250 here or there. Should be a nice, easy round to see through. They've got a couple mat 10s to try and make a little money here, and Gamerlegion likely going to tie this up in a moment. Gamble stack comes in. They choose the
Ring
other.
around the Rosie.
I feel like we're playing ring around the rosy on each other right now.
That's the one. Beautiful though. It's like going to the theater and watching a beautiful play. A good drama, you know. Just waiting for the crossfire to be set, and all of the helpless CTs stuck in con just being completely mopped up there by the Krieg and the Mac 10. So yeah, big round, big gamble, and no money left there for Team Spirit. However, into the 21st, Team Spirit are going to be able to buy up again. Gamerlegion, they have evened the odds. Faster approach over towards the B site. Flashes to be utilized, and now that monster comes out, it's Magic's to find himself all three. Casualty to suffer a couple of wounds, but that hyper aggression will put Team Spirit back in the lead just barely. Only lost the single man in the end, so great opportunity. Gamerlegion trying to swap up the pace, but they get completely demolished for it.
Magic's having a great game so far. He was, if anything, stronger on the T side, and now he's starting to flex on CT.
Yeah.
24 and 12. That's a nice line to have. And it's interesting too, because he was pretty quiet in the last game. All things considered, he was sort of a little bit lagging behind his teammates on Mirage, but now he's definitely woken up. And what a time to do it for Spirit. They need that. They need that little kick in the pants to keep Gamerlegion off their heels here. I like
Good
that
nade.
nade. Ooh.
Part of the airstrike that you did. Old mates Australis doing not too long ago. Except it was just the singular nades, so imagine if there was a couple. Presence going to be shown towards Monster, but Gamerlegion looking like they are going to pressure A as well. Already managed to slot Hampers straight into the bathrooms. Two-man long setup for Team Spirit. How are they holding this one? It's Itis Balance just all the way up on the planter, waiting for something to happen. SD White looking to cover the bathrooms, and he will win the engagement, but he goes down to 28. Spacing was there, but whoa. SD White just barely gets around the corner, but will he get away completely? Goes down, and the timing was not quite there for Itis Balance to get back to sign. Do they expect some more? SDY praying there, using that smoke, but he's only got the AWP. He doesn't have the opportunity to really swap weapons from this point either. Straight through Plesson goes. Starts to crack it open as well, all the way wrapping around default, looking to work the angles. The Molotov finishing off Chopper is, but Rusty again will come in to try to clutch the round. Hits it. It's actually Nor coming in from long to finish off the round, but that was a very costly one for both
What
teams.
a strange one as well. Honestly, if he has any other gun, I think STY takes at least one kill as they come through the smoke, if not two. That's just Ooh, that got real awkward for everybody involved. But Gamerlegion tying it up and now getting an eco out of it is a nice result. So, however you get there, right? If this is the end destination, you're pretty happy about it. It's going to be a gamble stack from Spirit. We've seen a couple of these. Last time this happened, Gamerlegion just completely circumvented it. And if they send any info peaks out towards A, they're going to be able to do the same again. They are, for the moment, just going to be a little bit timid here. Take some slow control, and this is a good way to play against the eco. But now Spirit is moving back towards A. So they are going to go for the gamble stack, but it's going to be that shifting gamble, right? Don't just trust your first call. Slide back and forth from the sites. Try and keep them guessing. It's like the shell game with 5 counter-terrorists under one of the shells. Campus.
Looks like
found the
they're
first.
Crack that shell. The Deagle works out. Flash as well. The bomb is going to be starting to head this direction. Looks like the teaser are deciding to try and fight. It's all Dennis, though. Just absolutely destroying and eating up the eco frags. That is 12 now on the board for Gamerlegion. It's Team Spirit. They're able to buy again. They need to start to get these CT rounds working because the economy is in a rough way. The round loss bonus starting to head forwards, but it's not what you want to rely on. You can't allow Gamerlegion to win too many more rounds from this point, or it could be too late.
Chopper might be a bit of a linchpin in this end towards connector. He's going to be dueling off against Rusty as they move through, and that determines the initial engagement, the rotation potential. But 2 quick kills towards construction is going to make this so very tough. And now Chopper's position is even more critical. He can't find it. Now Idis Bounce has to deal with everybody. They're going to run him down, and the first player hopping through his crosshair is going to guarantee the site and almost certainly guarantee the round. I don't think Sundai Young even really wants to stick around for this. Has the AWP. Not even head armor. He's just got to get the heck out of dodge. Keep this big green gun alive so they have something to contest. But the Gamerlegion have just secured 13. So this is, it was back and forth, right? It was 10, then 10, 11, 11. Finally, Gamerlegion have pulled ahead. They've got the 12th, and it hasn't been followed up. So now they are going to pull into the lead with a 2-round advantage. The economy not good on the CT side. This is their chance to salt the game, to dust it, to put it away, to put another W in the win column and serve Team Spirit their first defeat of the Mountain Dew League season.
With 4 alive as well. Just managing that economy so effectively. And if they can find this AWP, it looks like that's about to be the case. That will be beautiful. Sundai Young going to be stuck in the corner. He will be pounced on. Rusty finds that perfect timing. It is going to be Gamerlegion 3 away from that victory. They need to continue forwards. Team Spirit, they've got the maxed round loss bonus now. They can afford to go for 1 more half bite. Hope for an upset. If they can get the upset here, look, I'll be speechless because Gamerlegion have been playing so damn good.
They really have. The dualies. The solution here is you need 6 guns on 5 players. That's the code. That's what they've got to crack.
That's the one. Couldn't have thought of a better strategy myself. But that's also why I'm not an IGL.
If you're in IGL right now, you might have picked to stack the B site instead, and Gamerlegion look like they're probably going to head that direction eventually. Again, they're pretty timid in these eco rounds, which is wise, right? You don't want to run around the corner and wind up dropping a rifle early on that they can then exploit and turn against you. So they're very patient, very cautious, and sure they do their homework, they do their due diligence to find it through. What a dually skin as well. That's just fantastic. It's not going to yield them much because the bomb plant is going to come through on the bomb site. If anything, these Molotovs are going to slow down their own take, but it's all right. No harm, no foul. Devote that utility. Make sure they've got no chance to bring it through. Now just wait in the post plant. Let's see if they'll serve you some kills on the flag. Dennis, a little bit frisky. Sticks around, overstays his welcome, gets punished for it, but his gun should not be retrievable because there's an op playing babysitter, just keeping them back. You know, it's just some Die Young who may just die young himself. Many bodies looking his way. He's got armor. Honestly, since he's at 1600, if he can get away with this 5.7, I'd say it's worth saving. And he is going to come to that conclusion himself as well and just fade off it. But there's already a player on the hunt. There's a player on the prowl. It's Hampus who at 5 health could get overrun by this 5-7 and just give an AK away.
Somebody Young in a good position, though. Attempts for the wallbang. Just waiting to connect there. North wants to find it, but it is going to be the peak in the end. That is SDY's undoing. And he does die young in the end. So Gamerlegion now 2 away. Team Spirit will be buying up. They're going to go for the double orb setup. Do you back it?
Interesting. I mean, they needed to change something, right? So I like the idea. IS balance has been decent with the single op. Hasn't been really a game changer, and actually in terms of the total scoreboard, struggling a wee bit. But we've seen some rounds where the ops had impact. Now we needed to do more. So they are going to go for that secondary op. Mir with it on save, but they've already lost a body. He struck back, dancing around the pillar. There's a second as well. Mir making it work, but he is caught out. And that could just be the nail in the coffin. There's a second player towards barrels. They may not anticipate this from Chopper. And as the site take unfolds, it is really going to be left to Chopper to be the thorn in their side. But the nade in is brutal, not just because of the damage it does, but because it says, we know you might be there. You're not safe behind barrels. While they will put the brakes on for a moment, Gamerlegion know they've ratcheted up the pressure and they've bled out what little utility really Spirit has to work with. So Chopper gets aggressive. He wants to take this round in hand. He's going to catch a player as a result. Nearly gets the second, but it is a good trade from Rusty. And this continues to be back and forth, a seesaw of a round to determine who may just win this game. Players with construction, it's a decent crossfire, but SDY has to stay alive to make it possible. I just bounce, making it work. The op's happening. It's all left to naught. He's dropping nades. He's dropping utility, trying to make this uncomfortable. Going to the AK. He has passed the op angle at the least and still has 30 seconds to work with. SDY so very low, just using that pallet stack to try and stay alive. There's the first, not the second. The sidearm comes out. This is so close. Both players low now. One bullet will do it, and it is SDY to save his team, keep them alive, keep a chance going. That one came down to the wire.
Both of them running out of ammo at the worst possible time. Oh, that is a kick in your toe on the doorknob kind of situation. And that's hard because you've got to be kicking pretty high. Now, look at the economy. It's in the bin. There's 2 SMGs, couple of M4s, but the utility is not there. And Gamerlegion, surely they're aware of this positioning as well. In terms of the economy, they're not going to go too quickly, but they are going to show some presence or some pressure over towards Monster there. Magic's already down to 32 HP. Could be better for the man. And I disbalance with the AWP in con. Smoked off. No real way to play from that position, but he makes a bit of noise on his escape route. So Team Spirit looking like they are just going to play passive on A for the rest of it. 3 still down, invested towards B. Magic's in the corner. He wants to make it work. Not too sure if he can. But he is going to be fully committed to up on the surf there. If Chopper can get 1 and fall, and Magic's goes unchecked, that would be massive. And the bomb's going to be heading straight to the trap as well.
This is a beautiful setup. Only 35 seconds, too. They can't fall off of this, really. There's just not enough time for the rotation, considering the positioning of the bomb. So what a great way to compensate for your limitations for a CT side. Now the take's going to be on 25 seconds by the time they finally come through, and it's a trap. Admiral Akbar is on the scene, and it's a massacre. Nobody really getting away with this. Dennis trying to do his best, but he's quick to follow. And it's just going to be not following through for his death. Magix didn't even have to reveal himself until the last possible moment there. And it will be Team Spirit taking round number 13. And not only that, but now you see the limitations of the Gamerlegion economy. They are up against the wall. They're going to fully invest into this. They will be able to scrape the AWP, but the utility is going to be looking a little less than perfect. And if they run out of this, there's going to be nothing left in the tank to contend to keep Spirit off of match point now. This is wild.
That was such a sick setup. Can't get over it, how well it worked as well. Just holding on and rotating those smokes over and over. Now, they've managed to get the first pick. That AK is in hand. He wants to try and deny the cross to safety. But Chopper, a certain amount of blood. Molly may just come down. SDY are going to be denied the chance to go for the trade. So we will be left in the 4v4 scenario.
This is the problem with the lack of utility on the CT side. Ideally, you want to take a flash on that peak, right? But you just don't have it available. It's going to be good on SDY to bring back the kill, though. Papering over some of the issues here, maybe making this more possible for his team. He has, at the very least, secured connector for the time being and guaranteed that no rotations can come through, which segments Dennis off from his teammates and really leaves him to do what he will. There is control towards the sewer. Might be something that they're able to work with, but it'll require these players to group up at the very least. And right now they are all completely isolated. They're going to make individual plays and individual moves, and that's an opportunity for Spirit to punish them individually and secure their place in this round. Knock out Monster on his lonesome. This is so bold. He has no support. Now it's coming through. Dennis has just gotten on the scene. They're going to start to inch forward, but that was very punishable. Oh, Magix is going to get the kill. Traded, but still, that's effective. It's the all-out of play. Hampus making this work a bit better. Now Chopper and Mira have to come back through. They do have a kit and a single smoke to cover this off. But they have to deal with Dennis on site itself first. Chopper rounding will do exactly that. Just the 1v1 now.
Turns it into that 1v1 as well. But Hampus has no idea where Chopper is, and Chopper is in the perfect position. So much time to get that defuse. Perfectly played. And now we're at the 14-14 mark. That is ridiculous. Couldn't be closer. I reckon we're going to see overtime. I'm doing the Henry G.
It feels like it. I believe. It just feels like this match deserves it, right? This has been so back and forth. This has been such a nail-biter. There's a decision being made here from Gamerlegion. They do not want to contend for overtime, so they'll take the slightly less than perfect buy here. Give themselves the chance, the opportunity to win this out in regulation. I think there's a UMP and a MAC 10. Fair chunk of utility, but it's not great. Hampus doesn't have head armor either, so he's vulnerable to the M4 and the MP9. Whoa.
Dangerous.
Tough.
What setup are we going to see from Team Spirit? They've just been throwing everything at Gamerlegion to get back into this game, and it's worked so well, but the economy has taken such a huge hit, and that'll be one of the key focuses on this round as well, is who can do the more economical damage, because Gamerlegion pretty much broken. Team Spirit, you could say the same. Whoever loses this may just lose the game at this point. They went for the 4-man stack, or 3-man stack down towards B rather. 2 towards A, prioritizing long. Gamerlegion not going for anything too quick. Don't want to get caught in a trap again. This is the other problem as well. When they've taken so long, Team Spirit, they've held onto these smokes for a very long time. Rotated them late and forced Gamerlegion to go in straight through said smokes as well. But they've managed to put the MP9 over towards short. That's a very powerful position. So much information to be gained from here, and beautiful opening off the back of a shot from Idis Balance.
Now here's the problem. You know the ops on A site, but you've got absolutely no information towards short or outside of Monster Tunnel, so you can't really chance a rotate. You're going to commit to this fight, and Idis Balance is going to take it every day of the week. Just give him as many opportunities as he can get with the AWP. Going to try for the timing shot there. It's not quite going to happen, but there's a lot of bodies here for the CTs. That's a big missed opportunity. Idis Balance may have just let them back in, but Sumdai Young is trying to close that door. It's backwards and forwards on the site itself. And 2 big kills come through to allow for a bomb plant at the very least, but the flank is going to be on fast. That's Chopper moving through. He's just got the MP9, but he's got Magix at the front to distract focus, and if he catches his kill on Rusty with his back turn, that could be everything. It's all left to knock. He doesn't have the op in this situation. Man's got the Krieg, at least this time. 23 bullets in it to confirm. But the bomb isn't really planted for him. They can defuse without him peeking. It will be Magix to take the kill and Team Spirit to complete the comeback here. They've got match point. They just need one more. And there's going to be so little to contend with from the Gamerlegion side to hold them off of a regulation win.
This is ridiculous. Getting to this point. Look, tack pauses being thrown left, right, and center. Just trying to figure out the perfect strategy back into the game. Look, it looked like it was all lost for Gamerlegion. They somehow managed to bring it back to the 2v2 from a 2v4. Even getting to that point was a ridiculous effort. They just couldn't close it out. They had no idea about the routes the CTs were taking back to the bomb site. And again, Team Spirit, you could see after taking that short control, they happily stacked that A site. 3 men up there, leaving just 1 man on the B site as well. So much confidence in those players, in the information that they had. And Gamerlegion just getting completely red. Now, where are we going to see them heading? Bit of utility going to be thrown over towards B there, but other than that, it is Itis Balance who gets taken down. Gamerlegion, they've got the opening pick this time. Look how passive they are over towards Playground, though. They don't want to commit to anything just yet, even though they've got this pick.
This is definitely interesting. Now they're going to start to rock up long, and we just haven't seen this very often. It's been such a focus on towards B. That last round obviously settled in to the A site, but you've got a situation now where SDY could get caught off here. They could also completely circumvent him and slide on the site itself, and 3 players getting aggressive into the bathrooms might just open itself up to that. Hampus is looking for this kill, and he just spotted a foot, I believe, but Chopper has him. They realize where the other person is at the same exact moment, and Chopper comes out on top, and that could be a critical kill here. You see someone else trying to move in. That's Dennis, who wants to bring this positioning back, but he's got to be a little bit careful. Take will be on towards site itself, but Chopper taking a follow-up may just have spelled ruin. Despite the early pick, they've sort of given up the advantage they had in that situation. Now a very strong setup is available. Big kill for Chopper. Can't get the second, but the trade is there. It's all on Pleasant. Has to save his team. Will have the bomb plant at the very least. There's no one who can punish, but oh, he thinks better of it. He wants to take this in a bank. He wants to take this towards B. If he catches off Magix, might just be an opportunity, but timing going to be everything here. 20 seconds. And Magix has the shot. Beautiful response, beautiful awareness to be aware that a player might be pushing bank onto him, that might be on the table, and what a way to secure that game. Spirit, they bring it back in the second half. They secured the half win. We were really doubting their map choice coming into it. We were really questioning it based on their history, but they knew better than we did. And though that comes down to a nail biter, it is another definitive win and another undefeated win for Spirit as they climb to 4.
I just can't believe that they managed to pull that comeback and dodged overtime as well. Oh, it was all Gamerlegion, almost all game. But then Team Spirit, look, that 10% win rate was a bit misleading, I guess, in terms of going into the matchup. And they proved us wrong and showed that they knew exactly what they were doing. So they made all the right choices. They're aggressive plays on the CT side. Definitely winning that one for them, especially closing towards the end of the game.
Absolutely. So, fantastic couple of games here for Spirit, showing that, well, we haven't gotten to see a lot of them so far this season. They've been saving the best for the back end. So, hopefully, we'll get many more of those matches on broadcasts coming up. We should do, because they've got about 10 more they need scheduled. So, you should be seeing a lot of Team Spirit now. We will be wrapping up our show for the day, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. You have been watching the ESEA Mountain Dew League. Please do follow us on Twitch and or Twitter at twitter.com/ESEA. You can follow the two of us at the names below our faces. And we'll see you tomorrow for some more of that sweet, sweet MDL action. And later tonight, if you want to watch the NA games as well. So you're watching ESEA Mountain Dew League, and we're on.